Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thanks God that today we can meet again in the subject of English for tourism course. Me and Bu Diani would like to express happy Idul Fitri and entering to the Sawaman. Mohon maaf lahir dan batin, pardon me. Maybe as long as our lecturing, there are many mistakes from me and Diani. And today we are going to listen the student presentation. In the schedule, there are 3 students who will present the PPT today. Firstly, Indri Era Lasmana, and then Nadia Iprastiwi, and Nora and Nilofer. Okay, starting our lecturing today, let's be reciting together Basmalah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, I would like to give opportunity to Indri Erlesmana. Indri, your time is 5 to 7 minutes for presentation, please. Hello, Indri.
Did anyone see Indri?
Indri out? Not yet joining us in our Zoom meeting, Bu Diani?
I haven't seen her.
Okay, Indri cannot present the PPT. Maybe there's the internet problem or connecting problem. Okay, the next presenter is Nadia Iprastiwi. Hello, Nadia. Please, your presentation in 5 to 7 minutes, starting from now.
Yes, sir. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, Mr. Andi Swirta M.Hum and Miss Nurdiani Fatiraini SIPMA as lecturers for the English tour course which I respect and all of my friends. Today, I will present a tourist destination in South Bandung with the title Natural View of Sunrise Point Cukul as a tourist destination in South Bandung. Since colonial times, Bandung has been known for its quality tea product. Until now, tea products from Greater Bandung are still one of the leading commodities in West Java, which have been exported to various countries in Europe. This can also be seen from the many tea plantations that can be found around Greater Bandung and are now also one of the tourist destinations. One of the tea plantations that is quite popular as a tourist spot is the Cukul Tea Plantation, which is located on Cukul Street, Sukaluyu, Pangalengan, South Bandung. From one of its peaks called Sunrise Point Cukul, visitors can witness the beautiful sunrise slowly starting to illuminate the curvy tea plantation. Sunrise Point Cukul is one of the tourist destinations owned by PT Perkebunan Nusantara or PTPN 7, which is very popular among photography enthusiasts because it presents a very exotic natural beauty. Plus, if the teen folk begin to follow the natural panorama of Pangalengan, recorded here will be even more interesting. Therefore, it is not surprising that many people flock to this place since early in the morning or even spend the night around it. After the sun is hot enough and the white fog begins to disappear, visitor can take a walk and take pictures along the tea plantation or even visit the villa located near Sunrise Point Cukul, namely Villa Germany, or commonly called Red Villa. This villa has a classic architecture and there is also a lake where the water is still very clear. The villa, which is dominated by white and dark brown frame stand majestically in the middle of a tea plantation. Its look very contrasts with the green expanse around it. Its classic European style architecture makes Villa Germany Pangalengan often used as a location for filming films. Its size is very large, even exceeding the surrounding buildings. Not surprisingly, the buildings seemed to immediately invite the eyes of visitors to pay attention to it. So big visitors can even see the German villa from across the lake in front of it. In the past, this villa was damaged due to an earthquake. After the restoration, this iconic building is no longer intended for the public. Only plantation guests are allowed to enter and explore the villa. Even if anyone is allowed to enter, visiting hours are limited. Tourists are only allowed to visit until 6 p.m., very different from the previous condition. Before being damaged by the earthquake, tourists can enter and explore all the rooms, including the second floor. To get the Sunrise Point Chuko location, you have to be extra careful because first you have to go through a winding and foggy road. But don't worry, during the trip, the visitor will be treated to views that will captivate the charm and make anyone chuckle in a way. The expanse of the garden resembling Teletubbies hills is so pleasing to the eye. Only by paying the ticket 10,000 rupiah, you can enjoy the natural beauty from the top of the tea garden with supporting facilities, namely toilet and prayer rooms. Visitors can also buy some food from the stall that open their stalls. If you want to visit Sunrise Point Chuko, visitors are expected to comply with health protocol by wearing masks, maintaining a minimum distance of 1 meter, using hand sanitizer and washing hands frequently, and making sure the normal body temperature is below 37 degrees Celsius. Maybe that's all I can say. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Nadia I. Prasiwi, for your presentation. Well, the next presenter is Nora and Nilofer. Hello, Nora. Your time is 5 to 7 minutes, please, starting from now.
Yeah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. I want to present the result of my discussion topic about Taman Sari Gua Sunyaragi. Sunyaragi Cave or Taman Sari Gua Sunyaragi is a cave located in Sunyaragi Village, Kesambi, Cirebon City, where there is a temple-like building called Sunyaragi Cave or Sunyaragi Water Park, or often referred to as Taman Sari Sunyaragi. The name Sunyaragi comes from the word Sunya, which means quiet, and Ragi, which means body, both of which are Sanskrit. The main purpose of the establishment of the cave is a place of rest and meditation for the Sultan of Cirebon and his family. The history of establishment of Taman Sari Cave Sunyaragi has two versions. The first is according to the stories of the Cirebon nobles or royal descendant passed down from generation to generation. This version is known as Charukanda. The second version is the Carubanagari version, which is based on the Purwaka Carubanagari, which was handwritten by Prince Kararangeng or Prince Arya Caruban in 1720. This version is used as a reference for Sunyaragi Cave tour guides. Based on this version, the Sunyaragi Cave was founded by Prince Kararangeng, who was the great-grandson of Sunan Gunung Jati in 1703. Sunyaragi Cave is one of the object culture heritage located in the city of Cirebon with an area of about 15 hectares. Construction and building composition of this site is a water park. That's why Sunyaragi Cave is called Sunyaragi Cave Water Park. In ancient times, the cave complex was surrounded by a lake, namely Lake Jati. The location where The location where there used to be Lake Jati has now dried up. In addition, in the cave there are many artificial waterfalls as decoration and garden decoration, such as elephants, statues of Perawan Sunti, and Garuda statues. Sunyaragi Cave is one part of the Pakungwati Palace, now called the Kasepuhan Palace. Although its function changed according to the will of the rules of this time. Broadly speaking, Taman Sari Sunyaragi is a park where palace officials and palace soldiers meditate to improve the knowledge of Kanuragan. The section consists of 12, among others, Bangsal Jinem as a place for the Sultan to give advice as well as to see soldiers practicing. Gua Pengawal as a gathering place for the Sultan's guard. Kompleks Mande Kemasan. Gua Pandai Kemasang as a place to make sharp weapon. Gua Simanyang as a guard post. Gua Langse as a place to relax. Gua Peteng as a quiet place for immunity. Gua Arga Jumut as a place for important people in the palace. Gua Padang Ati as a place to meditate. Gua Kelanggengan as a place to meditate for lasting office. Gua Lawa as a special place for bed. Gua Pawon as a food storage kitchen. That's all I can say. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you very much, Clara and Nilofer. Well, my student, before me and Budiani making the comment or the suggestion, please, you make the brief comment and then sending to the WhatsApp group. And please ensure that your comment is just related to the student presentation, okay? Student who as presenter. If student cannot present, please don't comment, okay? So you comment just to Nadia Iprastiwi. And Nora and Nilofer, okay? Okay, I think Budiani, any comment, suggestion, recommendation for the student presenter, please?
Twitter for the opportunity, and thank you for all the presenters. So I would like to give a brief comments about your presentations. The first one is for Nadia Indah Prastiwi. So this is about the sunrise at Point Cukul. So from my point of view, this point Cukul representing about the tourism sites of the plantations and others attractive places. So I mean that in terms of your presentation, you already deliver your material quite well. You do have all that knowledge, and you do have all that potential to be an educator candidate. But in terms of how you convince me, you still like about how you convince about your material, because in fact you have several points to deliver to us. So there are about the sunrise points, and then the village, the villa itself, the Germany villa. So I want to emphasize that you have to focus on what point that you take the most interest. What kind of interest that you want to uphold or you want to write about the story itself. So there are several stories, but I want you to convince us more about what kind of place that you take, that you see this is the most interesting place with others. So this is the sunrise places about the Point Cukul is what is the difference about the other places. So what kind is okay? You said about the natural view, because in somewhere else there are also this kind of places that also offer the same way or offer the kind of or the promoting place about that sunrise at Point Chuko itself. So I think that you have do more, and how you convince us, you have to have that knowledge more. So please dig about that place a little bit more longer. So in that way, you can convince us about why this place is so interesting to us or for the visitors itself. So because from my point of view, there are several places that also offer the same thing about that kind of places. So maybe your consideration is about the historic sites itself or about the plantation. So I mean that you have to focus about the historic, about the plantation tree, and then you can tell us more about that. So for Nadia, thank you for your presentation. So in terms of performance, and I want to recommend that you also have to compliment yourself about the material and the substance itself. So we have, so we need your broader knowledge about this place a little bit more longer. Thank you very much for Nadia. And then for Nora as the second presenters. So the Nora is present about the Taman Sunyaragi. So the Taman Sunyaragi, from my point of view, well, I think I've been there to that place. Maybe this is my second time. So this place is, from my point of view, is lack of concern about how the government or the local authority to preserve the place. So I think it is all about the historic place, but I think you should also, you have to aware about the condition of the place itself. So I think this place have to give more attention about the preservations, because for foreigner and also for domestic tourists, well, they are a little bit annoyed about the condition of the Taman Sunyaragi. So you have to convince us, is it the proper place for tourism or not? Or yes, it's the historic place that you want to offer to us, but you have to see that the condition about the Taman Sunyaragi, well, it's a little bit less concerned about the preservation, about the hygiene. So you have to consider about that kind of the amenities and the necessity of the tourists, that this represents the tourism place that the best for us to visit. If not, you don't have to offer that kind of tourism place. Okay, maybe for us and for Nora Nelly will offer, please rehearse more, because and that's all, Bapak Suwirta. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Bu Diani, for the valuable comment. I think, please, students, you should be concerned about what Bu Diani suggestion and recommendation and also comment. Okay, I would like to also make the brief comment. Generally, please students aware that our subject, English for tourism, and you explaining about the tourism destination is for foreign visitor, okay, for foreign tourists. Because of that, you should aware that how to make the tourism destination is interested in for the foreign visitor, and should be comparing, for example, with other tourism destination in abroad, in overseas countries. Okay, as we know that why they are minimized about the foreign visitors to Indonesia. One of the factors is particularly about the facilities. Facilities is minimum, facilities is lack about the facilities. Because of that, it is our big problem related to the managing for the tourist destination. It is the task and obligation for, as Budiani said, local government, stakeholders, including also the Minister of Tourism and so on and so forth. Okay, so I think whether the what is Sunrise Point of Cukul and also Taman Sunyaragi in Cirebon, it is not yet become the prominent tourism destination, right? This is, I think, still in the local level for the tourists, not become the international branding for the what is foreign visitor or tourists. Okay. Because of that, my comment to Nadia E. Prastivi. Okay, I think maybe Sunrise Point of Cukul is very interesting if it can be managed professionally, not only by the local government, but also for Minister of Tourism and also other stakeholders. Okay, because if we, for example, are comparing with a destination like the Sunrise Point in Cukul in South Bandung, if you go to Genting Highland in Pahang State in Malaysia, I think there's like in the Tangkuban Perahu Mountain, like in the South Bandung Mountain, very interesting. But the facility is very good. There's the cable car, there's the parking area, there's the hotel, there's other facility. Because of that, many visitors from overseas countries comes to Genting Highland, not only for looking the sunrise, but also other nice destination in that area. Okay, so I think if we comparing with the other tourism destination, particularly in Sunrise Point of Cukul in Bandung, there's no maybe still limited about the parking area, about the highway, okay, about the good way on road to this area, and also there's the limited about the hotel with international standard, okay. There's also no cable car, I think. Please imagine if you want to see the uh, uh, South Bandung area, mountain, and you take the cable cars, okay, around to the I think it is very nice, very interesting, like Langkawi Island in Malaysia. So we can see, and also in Sentosa Island in Singapore, okay, we can see about the round via cable car, okay. So facilities is very good, because if the facility is like currently situation in Bandung South, we are just walking around, we are just make the private car. I think it is just for local visitor, local tourists, not for overseas visitor or a foreign tourist. Okay, so I think it is our challenge how to make the tourism destination in South Bandung become interesting for the foreign visitor. Okay? And I see also that this Sunrise Point of Cukul is owned by Plantation Enterprise, right? PTPN. Maybe it is still the problem, because if owned by the Plantation Enterprise, maybe cannot be optimized about this tourism destination. Okay, it is different if owned by the local government or the what is Ministry of Tourism, maybe can optimize about this tourism destination. Okay, so I think Nadia Iprasti, your presentation is maybe it is nice tourism destination, interesting tourism destination, but unfortunately, this still for local tourists, not yet for international visitor or international tourists. So how to optimize about this tourism destination? Okay, I think also similar with Nora and Nilopo, as Ibu Dani said, okay, the local government should be concerned about the currently situation, currently condition, facility, and others. Okay, and I think you choose about the Sunyaragi Garden, Taman Sunyaragi. Maybe it is not exactly suitable for you because as you explained that Sunyaragi is the place for meditation, okay? For meditation, for praying. I think it is not suitable for the tourist destination because they are for praying, for meditation. It is similar with you go to Gua Selarong, in which the Diponegoro they have to meditate. So I think, or most for the praying. Okay, I think it is not the place for tourism destination. What is important for you? I think please not concentrate to the Sunyaragi Garden, but the Kasepuhan Palace, the Kanoman Palace, in which Gua Sunyaragi include in this. What is place destination? If you go to Yogyakarta, right? There's the Yogyakarta Palace become the object of tourism destination. In Yogyakarta Palace, there's the Taman Sari for the what is print and so on and so forth. So I think please not focus on Sunyaragi place because Sunyaragi place is for the meditation, not for the pleasure. Not for we see something. If we see something, maybe there's the someone or many people. What is meditate something? I think it is not interesting. Okay, like we look the Muslim praying in the mosque. Okay, so I think the Taman Sunyaragi, I think it's not specifically for tourism destination, but maybe Keraton Kasepuhan, Keraton Kanoman, and so on and so forth become the tourism destination. Okay, and if you also comparing with the Forbidden City, okay, in Beijing, or also the palace for the emperor of the China. I think it's not only the big size, okay, but also very interesting about the palace, and also the what is the guide said. This is the wedding, for example, for king. This is wedding for the wife of king, and so forth. Okay, so I think maybe you should choose about the Kasepuhan Palace or Kanoman Palace, not specifically to the Sunyaragi Garden, because this function is for meditation, okay, not for tourism. If you want to see about the UPI campus, please not go to Al Furqon Mosque, okay? But please go to our faculty, maybe the what is FPOK faculty, because that's interesting comparing with the Al Furqon Mosque, okay? Because it is the place for praying. Okay, it is just illustration, and in which you should be exactly and what is suitable in choosing the tourism destination. Okay, Nora. If you talk about the Islamic mysticism or tasawuf, okay, I should be talk about the Sunyaragi Garden, okay, because for meditation, or if you want to get the pengasihan, okay, please, or you want to making in love to others, please you concentrate or meditate in the Sunyaragi Garden, okay. Okay, just kidding. Okay, I think that's my comment. Please also you thinking about your object. please ensure that your tourism destination should make it interesting not only for local visitor, but what is importantly for the foreign visitor. Okay, I think it is because this English for tourism is for international language, for international visitor, not for local visitor. If local visitor, we can use in Sundanese language, okay, or the bahasa Indonesia, because we're talking about in international language. Because of that, the tourism destination also should be interestingly for the foreign visitor. Okay, I think it is not only for the Nadia Iprastiwi and Nora Eniloper, but also for other students. Please ensure that your tourism destination should be interestingly for overseas tourists. Okay. Okay, I think that's also my comment. Thank you for your attention. However, as Budiani said, Nadia Iprastiwi and Nora Eniloper, your presentation is quite good. Okay, so you have the talent also to be the guide, but please, your tourism destination is interested in for the foreign tourists. Okay, so if the tourist comes from Malaysia and he comes from Genting Highland or Pahang or from Beijing, I think maybe if comes to Gua Sunyaragi or comes to South Bandung, I think it is not yet fully interesting, okay, because still traditional what is tourism destination. Okay, thank you very much, my student, for your attention, and let's we ending our lecture today by reciting together also Hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin.
Thank you
Okay,
very much.
okay, we will switch our Zoom meeting to a WhatsApp group to see also your other student comment related to your presentation. For other students, please ensure you will make the comment just to Nadia Iprastiwi and Nora Eniloper presentation, okay? Not make comment to Budiani or me. Thank you very much. Inshallah, we will meet again in next week. See you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, Budiani, thank you.
Payun, Bapak.
Okay, we can learn from this meeting.